In a world of fake news, we bring you up-to-the-minute factual inaccuracy and a heavy dose of moral truth. With your hosts, Kyle Mann and Ethan Nicole. This is the Babylon Bee. Fake news you can trust.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Babylon Bee Weekly. I'm Kyle Mann, and this is my good friend and huggable teddy bear, Ethan Nicole.
That's me. If you want a hug, you got to fly me out. But welcome, Kyle.
It's just another. We want to encourage you to subscribe to the Babylon Bee with your monthly donation, and as part of that pledge, anytime you're in the area, you get a hug from Ethan Nicole.
Yeah,
this is not prostitution.
It's light prostitution.
Yeah, just light. It's like light.
Everything is permissible, not beneficial.
I may have committed some light prostitution. What is even happening? I feel this is strange for me to even be here because I've been curiously absent. The last episode, I think we recorded that on Tuesday.
With Seth and Joel.
But it was like a week ago, and I left that day, and maybe it was the next day. I think it was the next day when Joel was here. And I left, and I was just feeling a little woozy. I was feeling a little out of it. And I went home, and I knocked out for like 3 days.
So you got the COVID? At least you think. You didn't test, but you got the COVID?
I didn't test. My wife had it, so it's possible.
But is it any different than if you just got sick like usually?
I guess not, because I had a fever for about 3 hours, and then I was just really tired for a few days, and I just didn't eat. It was great, I lost about 10 pounds, so this is a benefit of COVID, really.
I need like 10 COVIDs.
It feels like this could be a weight loss program that we could like sell people on, like if we just get little COVID samples and vials.
Yeah, like COVID-genic diet.
Just take this pill or like lick this. We could send people doorknobs with COVID on it. Lick this doorknob and you'll lose 10 pounds in a week. I don't know. Maybe it would work. And then Ethan, your car keeps crapping out on you every morning. You're like, I'll be in.
Yeah, I've been Ubering a lot.
I'll be in soon. I'm waiting on the car thing.
Yeah, and I feel like I have to mention this, even though this is a comedy show, but I want to pay honor to my dad passed this week. And it's worth saying because I get, you get a lot of, the outpouring on Twitter was amazing. I think probably like 1,000 people replied to me. I think probably half of them didn't even know who I was. So Twitter's not all bad.
Yeah.
But also just that as far as passing goes, it's like the ideal. My dad, we knew he was going to, for the last probably 5 years almost, we knew he was degrading. And so we've gotten to spend a lot of special time with him. I got to go visit him and be as deathbed with him and had a lot of special moments. And also my dad, even though he couldn't talk, he could clearly understand what we were saying. So we could actually have conversations with him or at least kind of say things to him. And I know we really want him to hear. And, everybody's going to die. Everybody's dad's going to die. So I'm in a lot of ways grateful because your dad's going to die. So, as far as like how dads die, I'm blessed. So, but I think the thing that hits you is like, he's gone now. And, that's the sad part. So the world doesn't happen now. So thank you to all the outpouring online people. I feel unworthy of it because I feel lucky as far as like that situation. It's sad that he died, but like, I'm thankful that it, as far as deaths go, we lucked out.
Yeah.
Back to comedy.
Well, and as you look at someone like your dad, I didn't know your dad, but just the mark he's made on the world through his sons, and
he's the Axe Cop
crazy.
dad.
The Axe Cop dad.
He's got children from age 17 to 55, I think, 50 something. Quite a spread.
Then you go to the conventions and stuff when you had the signings and.
Proudest dad ever. He'd always wear Axe Cop shirts, always tell people about it everywhere, just strangers on the street. They wouldn't want to hear about it. And like, oh, you heard of Axe Cop?
Yeah. It's so great to have your parents be a fan of what you do. Like,
yeah.
I think my mom is the biggest Babylon Bee fan on the planet.
Yeah.
And, we put up a book for pre-order and she's like, I'm going to be the first one And she'll be sitting there like refreshing the page until it goes in. She'll pre-order 5. I'm like, Mom, I can give you free books. You don't need to order them. But she wants to support. So that's just...
Yeah, you do that. They'd buy all this merch off my site. I'm like, I can get you at cost. It's so expensive.
Yeah, I'll just hand it to you. It's no problem. We want to make an announcement. If you've been following along with our feed, our podcast feed, we had a Lord of the Rings podcast on there. We had some discussions, and we decided that based on the interest level, we were going to move it behind the paywall. So it's only for subscribers now. Freeloaders, sorry, you're getting kicked off the bus.
But Dan and Kyle will be naked.
Anyway, the Lord of the Rings podcast will continue this Saturday, which should be tomorrow from the day this comes out, and we will be continuing. So look out for that. I don't know exactly how that's going to go up at the end because I think it's kind of weird how it's subscriber only, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You guys can check that out. So go to the website. It'll definitely be on the website under the premium section if you're a subscriber. Lord of the Rings podcast. We're reading through. We're like close to halfway through Fellowship of the Ring. It's been a lot of fun. All right, but speaking of subscribers, we're now going to try to dance like monkeys to get a subscriber through the subscriber dare.
Subscriber dare. Hey, we got that new intro.
Do we have a subscriber dare intro?
We have a cool
now?
intro that Ian made. We got our new guy Ian here. So
where? Oh, he's not.
He's not here right now.
Oh, he's not here right now. Okay.
Yeah, but he made it.
This is Subscriber Dare.
Ian is a cool guy, man.
Yeah, talented kid. He's our youngest hire.
He's like in high school. Can we say that? Are we even allowed to say that?
He's still in high school.
Is that child labor?
Yeah.
Are we breaking a child labor law?
I mean, I was washing dishes at the age that, and he's animating for the Babylon Bee.
I was Family Christian bookstore, working at Family Christian bookstores.
Privileged.
Yeah.
You weren't covered in fish juice.
I don't know if I've ever told my
Chicken
Family
guts.
Christian stores stories on here.
Some,
I need to tell my stories because there are absolutely insane. Okay, so you think about Karens, like people who are known as Karens.
Yeah.
Christian Karens are the worst because they feel like they're entitled to stuff and they think that the Family Christian Stores is like a church or a ministry. So they're like, well, why aren't you giving me free stuff? You're like, well, I just work here. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like everything Christian.
I will talk about that sometime. Maybe a subscriber portion in cool stories. Okay, so speaking of getting subscribers, Mitchell Ferinchevich. He wants to subscribe. He says,
I don't know what that first sentence means.
I don't know what he's saying. He wants us to read John 3:16-18 in the Hawaii Pidgin Bible.
Right.
Okay. Do we have that pulled up here?
I have it right here.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Are you going to try or am I going to try?
I guess
It seems like it could be racist.
I'll read to like halfway through verse 17 and then you can finish.
Okay.
And we can both be called racists.
Okay.
I'll try my best not to do an accent. I think it's that's going to be what's crossing the line.
What if you do like a hillbilly accent or like a Cajun guy?
I'm going to try that. God get plenty love and aloha for the people inside the world. So you can't stop. You can't not do the accent.
Yeah, the accent's baked in.
Yeah, God get plenty love and aloha for the people inside the world. That's why he sent me, his one and only boy. Because of that.
So this is Jesus talking.
Yeah. Because of that, everybody that trusts me no going to get cut off from God forever. Is this worth it to get one subscriber and get canceled? They're going to get the real kind of life that's going to stay to the max forever. You know, when God sent me, his boy, inside the world, he never do that for punish the people. Go
Am I
ahead.
picking up? He sent me for get the people out the bad kind stuff they let stay they do. Whoever stay trust me, God no gonna punish them. But whoever no trust me, God gonna punish them. Because they never trust me, God only boy.
I feel like it's like Boomhauer. We need to do it as Boomhauer.
Yeah, or like Sling Blade.
All right, so we did it. We
Yeah, we
did it.
did it.
Subscribers to subscribe. And then he says he wants a shout out to his wife, Melissa. Oh, look, he gave us the pronunciation. Pronounced Ferinchevich. She's the best wife and mother of 6. And in case you wanted to know, her screen name is Proverbs 30 Gunwoman on Fortnite. In case you wanted to play Fortnite.
Shout out Melissa Ferinchevich.
Is that like doxing her? Now you can find her. And why is she a Proverbs 30 woman? Aren't you supposed to be a Proverbs 31
No,
woman?
it's Proverbs 30 gun woman.
30 gun. Oh. All right, we have just earned another subscriber and yet another subscriber dare.
Easy.
This news is weird.
So in weird news this week, we're going to start out with one that is near and dear to our hearts. And it's kind of sad, so I'm not making fun of it.
Kind of. Without doxing ourselves.
So apparently, did you guys heard,
we were here.
Did you guys hear the explosion?
I mean, are we giving away our location if we say?
I mean,
we got to be careful, but we heard it.
Our location is like in the New York Times.
That's true.
Because I said, please don't, when they did a feature on us, I said, please don't say the city where we are.
Yeah.
And they
put it
big
right
picture
there.
and like, right here. I'm like, here's the address. I'm like, thanks a lot. So if you ever want to know where we are, you can go find it on the
So we were working on our animation yesterday, and all of a sudden, it was not a warm day, but a sunny day, no clouds. And all of a sudden, it sounded like thunder. It was like, I look over at Ian, and I'm like, was that thunder? And then I think Dan called somebody, Dan called, yeah. And Dan called Patrick, and he's like, you guys okay? And we look out the window, there's like a mushroom cloud. So apparently some guy had a cache of like hundreds of commercial grade fireworks in his garage.
Truckload of fireworks in his house.
So he had big plans for 4th of July, I guess. But so like his house completely exploded, and like multiple houses around it were wrecked. Now, sadly, 2 people did die. That's not funny.
It's not funny. We were worried. I mean, at the Babylon Bee, you hear an explosion and you think the drones have finally found us. Or like maybe Antifa has finally
started
found us.
doing kamikaze or something.
And then just to see the smoke in these videos, it's insane.
Yeah, the pictures are crazy. But yeah, so that was wild.
And as soon as I saw the video, I was like, yep, fireworks. Because
you can see them.
You can see them sparkling. And this area on 4th of July, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah. It's crazy because like almost every firework is illegal around here. So it's like it incentivizes people to like get like the most illegal fireworks ever.
Yeah, because you're going to get caught. You're going to get your $1,000 fine anyway. So just launch off crazy fireworks.
And I think last 4th of July was when Gavin Newsom said no fireworks. And
everyone's like, yeah.
And it was just insane.
It was like nuts. Yeah.
But still, practice firework safety.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how it happened yet, but I don't think. That I've seen.
And this year, Biden says that we can celebrate 4th of July, maybe, if we're good. If we're good boys and girls.
We might have about small barbecues.
And now as a libertarian, it makes me not want to celebrate 4th of July in defiance of the government. So I don't know what to do.
You just have a giant gathering.
But thankfully,
fireworks.
We're safe and glad there weren't more deaths. But
yeah,
thoughts and prayers to those 2 dead.
Yeah, I feel sorry.
People.
Whoever, at least one of them probably wasn't quite on board with the fireworks.
Yeah.
So I feel more sorry for that one, maybe, or both. I don't know. Okay. Florida school principal, daughter arrested for allegedly hacking student accounts to cast homecoming votes. And I butchered that.
A teenage girl and her mother, an elementary school assistant principal, were arrested for allegedly hacking the accounts to fraudulently vote for the teen as
homecoming queen.
That's an arrestable offense, first of all.
Amazing. Is she getting jail time?
Is that that's really an arrestable? What's the It's
probably privacy. I mean, they hacked hundreds of student accounts and made that student vote.
So I guess maybe just hacking an account.
Hacking.
Yeah, I'm thinking like if you rig a school student body election, what's the crime? You know, like I don't know.
Yeah, isn't that more like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Come on. Does he really need to be homecoming queen?
It's like that's how badly you want to be homecoming. Did you ever care about that stuff?
No.
I mean, did you ever go to dances? Did you do dances?
I did a couple. Well, the funny thing is I didn't care about homecoming dance. It was a semi-formal dance. And then like one of the most attractive girls in our class asked me to the dance, and suddenly I cared. Like I was just shocked. I was like, what? The captain of the football team asked her to go with him, and she wanted to go with me. So it was weird, and I had never had a girlfriend.
That seems like a hack to me.
It was weird. I didn't know. I felt like I was in a different, like in a hidden camera show.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
You're looking around. Ashton Kutcher jumps out of the bushes.
Yeah, and my friend had a crush on her, so it was rough.
Actually, nobody loves you. Did The Hill just publish a fake video of Biden?
Does it look fake? I haven't seen this.
So we've got The Hill posted this video, and I saw a bunch of people commenting on it. I actually haven't watched it yet, so I'm going to need to press play here. Okay. Dan will throw it up on the screen.
Microphone.
Yeah, what's the giveaway?
Watch his hands. Watch his hands.
His hands are clipping over the microphones. Did you see that?
Clipping over them? Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Oh, yeah, his hands are in front of the microphones that are in front of him. That's weird.
What?
And that's on the hill.
What could the explanation be for that?
Yeah, like if it's a real video, what?
Is he dead?
Maybe he has way longer arms than we thought.
Is he dead?
It's foreshortening. Yeah, it's a deep fake. But then the deep fake would at least get the hands right because that's meticulous. That's weird. That's green screen. It has to be green screen.
So do you think? Okay. So do you think he really wasn't answering any questions? There was no reporters there, and then they imposed the microphones because look at the motion on the microphones, like who? It looks like stock footage of microphones going like someone's just.
Oh, you think the microphones are another layer?
Look at them.
Yeah.
They're just like microphones, like going like this, like randomly. So it's like they photoshopped or whatever you call it, After Effects microphones into the shot to make it look like there's a bunch of reporters there.
You sound like you know what you're talking about when it comes to video editing. And
I don't at all. I don't at all.
I got to laugh at it, Dan.
Everybody's laughing.
I know. I always like when I hear Dan laugh. Though.
Yeah, because it's hard to get
He's
him.
the harder
He's
one.
the stoic, reformed stoic. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, well,
Okay.
comments? What do you think?
Let us know.
My turn? Marvel is rolling out a gay Captain America.
All right. He's called the Captain America of the Railways, a fearless teen who stepped up to protect fellow runaways and the unhoused. Marvel Comics is proud to honor Pride Month with the rise of this new LGBTQ plus hero. So they do this a lot. They they'll say for a special like one-off or an arc, they'll be like, it's not Steve Rogers. They don't make Steve Rogers gay.
Yeah, it's like
They'll take some other character and be like, he has the mantle and he's taken up the shield and now he's Captain America for this little arc or whatever.
so. Is it like into the Captain America verse? Is it like an alternate dimension?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's like part of the
It's
multiverse.
another kid that like just got a costume or
I
something.
don't know if it's part of the multiverse or another kid in the same universe. Wow.
We predicted this multiple times in like years ago, I think.
Yeah, we actually wrote an article saying that they made Captain America a atheist, transgender, feminist Hydra agent.
And then later Captain Globalism.
Yeah, Captain Globalism.
We knew this was coming.
Yeah, if you followed Marvel comics or comics at all, you knew this was coming. This was
Right.
an easy one to predict.
Yeah.
Man sits in bean dip for 20. This isn't a Guinness record, is it?
No.
Whew. Man sits in bean dip for 24 hours to promote a California restaurant. A California stuntman spent 24 hours sitting in a pool of bean dip because this restaurant has suffered losses from the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah. Apparently he's a stuntman and he's a big fan of this restaurant and he's sad to see it going under because of COVID restrictions. So he's like, I'm going to sit in a big thing of bean dip to get attention for this place. And I commend that. That's... we get that. Like there's a restaurant you love and you see things dwindling. I love that he thought of something crazy like this.
But why that? Like, I understand. Like, I want to support this restaurant. I want to draw attention.
Have you ever heard of Nathan For You, that TV show? This guy, it's a comedy hidden camera show or whatever. But like he comes and he pretends to be giving these businesses ideas to help their business. Like one of them is like a frozen yogurt shop that's struggling, so he gives them the idea to make poop flavored ice cream. And they actually have the flavor like developed to taste as much like real poop as they can and everything, and like consulting. And the guy thinks this is real consulting, and it does like garners all this attention because it's like, what? But that feels kind of similar, like a thing that Nathan For You would tell this company to do.
Bean dip.
Have a guy sit naked in bean dip out in front of the restaurant for 24 hours straight.
This feels like, was that the South Park thing of like the business plan of 1, 2, 3 ? Profit, like bean dip ? Profit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
But hey, it's Los Toros Mexican restaurant in Chatsworth.
How we want to call attention to it.
Yeah,
'Cause
I wanted this guy to pay off. So if you live anywhere near Chatsworth, go to this restaurant and support it.
Because honestly, LA restaurants are probably hitting the hardest.
Yeah.
Like if all
Anywhere
the,
in
of
LA
all the
County is wrecked right now.
like there's other major metro areas that had hard lockdowns that are already lifting, and LA is just nothing. It's crazy.
And this historical because the beans that are in the burritos are the beans he sat in.
Nah.
So you're
Really?
eating a piece of history.
Yeah, I think you're kidding.
I was just hoping. Columbia University will have 6 separate graduations segregated by race, income, sexuality, and ethnicity. Seriously. This must be from Not the Bee. It feels like a Not the Bee headline.
To say seriously.
Yeah, at the end. Seriously. 6 separate graduations segregated?
Uh,
How do you...
There's one graduation you can attend the first generation and or low income community. You
What
can
if
also
you're
host
both?
you can also go to the lavender graduation for the LGBTIAQ plus community.
But like if you're low income and LGBT or something,
I think
like,
you can
do
go to
to both.
I think you can go to both.
So you pick yours?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think you can go to both because
Seems like a lot of work.
and the way that they defend this is, well, this isn't the main graduation and it's all optional. We're just saying if you're black and you want to go to the black one, we've got it. It's optional segregation.
I'm just curious, like what would be different at each one, and you could just infer so many wrong things.
Yeah, it's like what?
It's just seems like a bad idea.
No, I mean, I think this was Martin Luther King Jr.'s vision. I have a dream that one day everybody will graduate separately. Okay, here we have it. Possibly one of the worst tweets of all time. So people were mad at Bill Burr, and I don't 100%.
I didn't see his talk, but I guess he gave like a. He's being Bill Burr, right?
And
And then I didn't even know this. Bill Burr's wife is black.
so this guy responds to, okay, so there's a tweet of Bill Burr and his black wife. Mm-hmm. It's making fun of people for calling him a racist. Mm-hmm. And this person, Claiborne Griffin, responds and says, "Well, I'm not suggesting Bill Burr is a racist. A white man having a non-white wife can sometimes be a sign of racism. So you shouldn't assume someone isn't racist just because they own a minority sex servant. They may very well have one because they're racist." I'm going to go with worst tweet of all time. What's the ratio on that?
Oh, it's beautiful.
So he's got 1,500 likes. That's scary that 1,500 people clicked a like on that.
Yeah.
And he's got 24,000 responses.
Do they give out awards for best, like biggest ratio?
Ratioed to the moon.
Yeah. I mean, if marrying somebody of the opposite of a different race is still racist, then at that point, what is not racist? I just want to know, like, what is a not racist thing to do? If you're willing to commit your life and marry them and have children.
Well, or to hire a sex servant.
Right.
Apparently.
A minority sex servant. His wife's response, "We'll need some flower bedding." I don't even know exactly what she said on that first word. Huh?
B word. B word.
Okay.
Okay, she says,
Marshmallow.
"Shut the
Flower bed.
We can bleep all that, I guess. I didn't really say it.
Thinking what we're all thinking. Website hiring Minecraft gardening consultants for virtual landscaping.
$70 per hour, you can be a Minecraft gardening consultant. You lend your expertise for achieving gardening excellence while sticking to the player's Minecoin budget.
Minecoin. So there's money in Minecraft.
Okay.
I thought you could just go into
I
create
don't know
mode.
what's a Minecoin.
Wait, you don't know that? You know Minecraft. You're a Minecrafter.
I don't really know Minecraft.
I think when you compared to me.
Okay, so Minecoins you can buy like skins, texture packs. You know, your kids play with the Frozen pack and stuff.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can
But
buy
I just
those.
buy those with normal coins.
Yeah, I guess Minecoins is a thing. So I don't know.
That sounds like a Hitler thing. Minecoin.
Okay, so Minecraft is one of the greatest.
Sorry.
The first time I played Minecraft was one of the greatest gaming experiences of my life because I played it without reading any guides online. I played survival mode, hardcore mode. If you die, you're out.
Is this going to take a while?
No. And if you don't know like how to actually build anything in Minecraft, like you don't know how to build a sword, you don't know how to build a bed, you don't know how to build.
Yeah, like harvest sheep and stuff.
Like I had to figure it out without looking it up online, and it was just insanely intense. You know that like the first night you're like, I got to get a shelter up. You know, there's monsters.
So it's like being a real human that doesn't have civilization yet.
It felt like I was in Robinson Crusoe. The shine faded off for me after a while because my kids play and they just add so many mods and they play creative mode and they have everything and it's like It's not as fun for me. But that first time when I like built the house and then I got lost, you know, you get lost in Minecraft and you can't find your house. What a terrifying moment that is. Anyway, maybe I could be a gardening consultant.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. Do they have interior design consultants and stuff too?
Probably. A cat was trapped in a tree for over a week and then was rescued and given spaghetti.
That's awesome.
So firefighters in Florida said it took an hour and 3 attempts to rescue a cat that was stranded in a high branch of a tree for over a week.
I just like that it got spaghetti. Like, I wonder if the cat got down and was like, this is worth it. A week in a tree and I get spaghetti.
Oh, man. There was a cat trapped in like a 30-foot tall tree outside of our apartment once, just this tiny kitten, and it was like blowing in the wind and swaying, like, you know, going back and forth, and we're like watching it. I don't even remember how it got down. I think at some point it must have jumped, or I mean, I don't think it died.
Didn't get spaghetti.
Yeah, it didn't get spaghetti though.
But I would say Perry Grip, he has a song called Spaghetti Cat.
Oh man.
And
Prophetic.
Prophecy.
Prophecy
Fulfilled. You should look it up. Perry Grip's Spaghetti Cat. Spaghetti Cat. Yeah. Baby kangaroo found after night on the loose in New York.
TACOCAT, taco cat.
Oh, that's Perry Grip again.
Taco cat. Sorry.
Kangaroo in New York. No, there's no Perry Grip kangaroo in New York, but that'd be a good song.
Did he eat pizza?
I just wrote
did you
that.
make that?
I was
Is that a
thinking
joke?
he jumped a bunch of people, and then he ate a bunch of pizza.
Hey,
Because what do you do on a night out in New York when you're a baby kangaroo?
do you think he jumped anyone?
That was my joke.
Oh. I get it. Well, okay.
But yeah, I mean, who cares?
A loose ram chases Ontario cyclist down rural road. Are we going into the
We're in the animal portion.
section? Okay. Animal news.
So
Animal
it's
weird
just
news.
chasing cyclists. My only thing in this is I was like, this is great. We should ship this ram to Portland.
To chase cyclists?
Those cyclists out there, you're going to have to bleep this. Those Portland cyclists are total.
Donkey.
Man. Have you ever seen that Portlandia sketch of the cyclist yelling at everybody? I'm coming through. He's like, move, move. You know, he's like, they think they like own the road. Portland's like there's a bridge in Portland, the I-5 bridge, which is like a total bottleneck. I mean, all traffic tries to get through there, and it's only 2 lanes, or maybe 4, and they're all super tight. And my friend worked at the DOT up there, and he said that like there's constantly they're trying to get funding to expand the bridge, and their solution was to add bike lanes to the bridge. To add more bike lanes. This is Portland. They're like, we're just gonna force everybody to ride bikes. It's the bridge that goes from Oregon to Washington. And there's only 2 bridges anyway. Portland, man.
I have no strong feelings about cyclists, but I think in our area, I haven't seen.
They aren't as bad here.
Sure.
In Portland, they feel very entitled.
Like in town, like, yeah.
Like, I'm saving the environment, you stupid cars.
Yeah, and they're mad at all the cars
Yeah.
for being on there.
My turn?
I don't know.
Dog driver blamed for crashing owner's Jeep into Wisconsin building. Dog driver. It's a dog driving. A car driving. So, and it crashed because dogs can't drive.
I like how it says blamed. Like,
Blamed.
what else would it have been?
Well, you might blame the person that let the dog drive the car.
Yeah.
The owner.
Well,
But when I worked on VeggieTales, we had this scene where a dog is driving the car and it's crashing everywhere. And the execs were like, dogs can't drive cars, and it's off-brand for dogs to be able to drive cars. So we're not, they made me cut that scene. It was just a funny, slapsticky scene. So I feel vindicated here that, yes, if a dog's driving a car, it crashes.
they have peas driving cars.
Right.
Like one of the
They have
first
vegetables
VeggieTales. Or
This
no,
is
grapes.
the kind of thing
Sorry,
that happens
grapes.
when a company starts getting a little too crazy about what's on or off brand.
There's a whole song where Larry and
That's what- yeah.
Petunia are in the Jeeps or whatever, and they're singing about their Jeeps.
Well, and they have animals that do stuff, human type stuff in VeggieTales, but this became this whole rule. Animals can't do human type stuff in VeggieTale world. They just made the
So
rule
there was
up.
execs sitting around a table, and they're like, "How do we feel about dog drivers?"
Yeah, no, they have these long meetings about it. Oh, it's the stupidest thing ever.
Can
So,
they ever like come to you and take all your money for telling all these stories?
I don't know.
I guess we'll find
maybe.
out.
We'll
They
find
probably
out,
don't
yeah.
listen to the podcast.
Probably not.
Look, I'm going to read
watch
the
the
headlines
video.
exactly
Yeah.
as it says. Look, home invading raccoon found sleeping in dishwasher.
So he snuck in through a light, slept in the dishwasher after ransacking the kitchen.
Yeah.
He's like the wet bandits from Home Alone.
You know what he's like? The wet bandits
Oh,
from Home Alone.
that's a good one.
Thanks.
All right, these are for you.
Oh, do I have to read all these? Okay. British man drinks Capri Sun in 16.65 seconds to set Guinness record. It is a stupid record to hold, but that is the fun of the Guinness World Records.
No.
I think it will get beaten. I'm going to beat this one. This is the one I can do.
I like that quote. I think it will definitely get beaten. I wouldn't say it was that fast.
See, this is how stupid Guinness records are. Is that you can be the owner of a Guinness record and be like, yeah, I didn't try very hard for this one. That's how low these are on the totem. And finally, man catches 67 pieces of caramel corn in his mouth for Guinness record.
Good job, man.
I'm sure there was a time limit and there were rules, and who cares?
So we released a cartoon this week.
We released a cartoon. Do we want to play it now, or do we want to play it at the end? Because we're going to give away the punchline one way or the other.
You're the boss.
We're going to do the cartoon at the end.
Okay.
You can watch our funnier animated version. But first, you have to suffer through me and Ethan doing this. We are going to compare things to the Nazis. And I'm going to ask you if it's like the Nazis or not.
Okay.
If something can be compared to the Nazis. People who disagree with you online.
Yes.
Yes, like the Nazis.
Exactly.
Wrong. The Republicans, like the Nazis?
Yeah. Because that's what, yeah.
No, wrong.
Oh, wrong.
The Democrats, are they like the Nazis?
Exactly like the Nazis. Because they,
Wrong.
yeah. Congress passing laws you don't like make you pay taxes.
Exactly like the Nazis.
Exactly. They did that.
Wrong.
But they didn't kill 6 million people.
Communism. Ooh. Not like the Nazis at all,
Missed it by that much? I don't know.
because they killed way more
Oh.
people than the Nazis.
It's true.
The QAnon people and the Republicans that are trying to recall Gavin Newsom,
Oh, yeah.
just like the Nazis.
Yeah, the Nazis would have tried to recall Gavin Newsom. The man's a saint.
Once again, we have to point out that they did not kill 6 million Jews.
That's
Wrong. Cancel culture.
Just like the Nazis. Yeah, they canceled 6 million Jews.
Wrong. They didn't kill 6 million people. Steven Crowder. How did this get in
I
here?
didn't write this.
Not like the Nazis. Filibusters?
Filibusters.
Not like the Nazis.
No.
Being told to learn to code when you're a journalist.
Oh, man, that's a hard one.
It's kind of Nazi-ish. Mm-hmm. But
Except for the killing millions
except
of
for the
people.
killing part, not actually killing millions of people. Critical race theory.
They were very critical of one race.
So it's kind of similar to Nazism.
Somewhere in there.
But it didn't kill 6 million. Although you could argue that Marxism. Yeah, okay. Still,
Westboro Baptist Church.
biblical fundamentalists like them that scream with signs. It's weird. It's hateful. But it's not like the Nazis.
Not
Unfortunately.
exactly,
Yeah, not
yeah.
exactly. The Last Jedi. I'm going to go with
Possibly?
yes.
Okay.
Like the
I didn't
Nazis.
see it, but I'll just trust you.
They literally murdered 6 million fanboys' hopes and dreams. More than 6 million fanboys' hopes and dreams. Ryan Johnson did.
Believing in traditional marriage?
Not like the Nazis.
Did they believe in? I don't know.
They probably didn't believe in like LGBTQ stuff.
But if you believe in traditional marriage, part of that package is not killing 6 million Jews.
That's true. It's not usually. It doesn't have to be. It's not necessary.
Right.
Okay, we got one more.
One more?
Yeah.
Seems as so for nothing is like the Nazis.
So it seems we can't find anything other than communism that has killed 16 million people, 6 million Jews, thereabouts. Abortion. All right, let's go to the
move on.
cartoon.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Let's watch the cartoon now.
Now that we've spoiled it.
Now that we spoiled the punchline, and we took way longer to get there. The cartoon is much funnier. Watch the cartoon.
And now it's time to play everyone's favorite game. Is this like the Nazis? Here's our host, Chuck Fandango.
Welcome to Is This Like the Nazis? The game show where contestants are asked, is this horrible thing like the Nazis? Our contestants for today are Susan, a school teacher from Idaho, and Michael, a truck driver from North Carolina. All right, let's jump right into the first category. Is this like the Nazis? The attack on the Capitol.
Yes, the attack on the Capitol was like the Nazis.
Let's find out. The attack on the Capitol, a dark day in American history. The Constitution and our personal freedom was at risk. Sounds pretty bad. Now the Nazis killed 6 million people. No, I'm sorry. The attack on the Capitol is not like the Nazis. Better luck next time. Next category. Is this like the Nazis? Antifa.
Yes, absolutely. Antifa is exactly like the Nazis.
Let's plug it in. Antifa uses political violence to achieve their agenda, destroying buildings and small businesses, punching and kicking innocent people, and the media covers for them. Ooh, sounds pretty bad. The Nazis killed 6 million people. No, I am so sorry. That is nothing like the Nazis. Final category. Is this like the Nazis? Abortion. Whoa, how'd that get in there? Well, looks like we're out of time. Join us next week for another exciting edition of Is This Like the Nazis?
The point is,
We'll do it
people
live.
think about things before you compare them to the Nazis.
Just think.
Just think. Okay, so here in our LA area, the Los Angeles Unified School District Teachers Union is still refusing to go back to classes. They just I actually haven't looked this up like in the last day or two, so I don't know if this has been resolved or not. But they voted like 91% of the people in the union, like 250,000 teachers, voted not to return to in-person teaching.
Wow.
And this is even the worst like lockdown proponents, CDC, Fauci, all these people that have been pushing lockdowns and close everything have all admitted the schools are fine. And Fauci was even saying, because a lot of it is like, well, we don't have the space to space everyone out 6 feet. And now studies are saying, well, actually between kids, you only need like 3 feet.
Oh.
So they're like, that make basically.
How do they measure that?
I don't know. I don't know how they measure this. I actually had
Because
heard.
they're smaller and their sneezes don't get as far.
I guess.
They have a smaller sneeze radius.
Yeah. And it's like how when you sit down at the restaurant, the coronavirus goes above you.
Right.
Kids are already
If
short.
you're eating.
So the coronavirus is already.
Coronavirus is floating by, and then they're like, oh, he's eating.
Yeah.
It's not bugging.
It's just rude.
Yeah.
It's honestly just rude. So
privacy.
In response to this, we got exclusive footage of the teachers union negotiating.
Yeah.
And let's go to the footage. Here we go. Teachers, thanks for coming in. Restrictions are being lifted. The school board wants to make a deal to get you guys back in the classroom.
We are so excited to get back to school.
But first, we have a few simple demands. All the teachers need to be vaccinated.
It's for their safety.
Let me see what I can do. Well, guys, I have great news. They've agreed to your conditions. Let's get you back to work.
Well, that's fantastic.
Here's the thing. Plexiglass shields. Gotta have them between every seat.
So lightweight but bulletproof.
Massage chairs.
Oh, massage chairs.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, new kind of like.
Oh, it's for the kids.
Yeah, we're not coming back.
Ever.
All right, guys, tough negotiations, but they're shipping us massage chairs.
If we're talking about the safety of the kids here, I don't think we can go back until the teacher's lounge has monkey servants.
Monkey servants.
Exactly.
Making the coffee, tying my shoes.
Right, but these monkeys do not need to be living in like good living conditions. They need to be roughing it.
I can't believe I'm even saying this, but they're sending you monkey servants.
Taxes. IRS pays the teachers taxes.
And spy gear. We want spy gear.
Playground's too hot. Put out the sun.
Right.
With a hose, I don't care. Just put it out.
You tell them that.
It's all yours.
Invisible pencils.
Diamond chalkboards.
And the school's like a transformer. Like a transformer like Optimus Prime.
Water fountains full of booze.
Erase geography. It's gone.
Swear words. I'm talking the worst ones. Fair game.
A Lamborghini in every home.
Cucumber bread.
Swords.
Reparations and booze.
I get to waterboard the monkeys. Monkey jail. Monkey death row.
It's a miracle. You got it. But
wait,
there's
wait,
more.
wait.
There's more. All the students have been pulled out of your schools and put in private schools or homeschools. So you guys are all fired.
Does this mean we don't have to teach anymore?
That's correct.
Yes.
Thank you.
I hate kids.
We did it.
Oh no, COVID.
bought a T-shirt or button up T-shirt. So let us know if you like. This is the first Babylon Bee sketch we ever recorded. Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more. Let us know if you liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and check out Trevor Anderson with an E. I don't know, and Kira Davis were on there, and they both killed it.
They killed it. They were fantastic.
Awesome. And I didn't understand all the monkey jokes, but I mouthed them. Actually, people really like the waterboarding the monkeys line, apparently.
What took the longest about that sketch is recording Ethan's lines about the monkeys, because he keeps going, I don't understand what my motivation is.
Why
here.
am I suddenly talking in such detail about the housing of the monkeys?
He's like, why do I hate the monkeys so much?
It's got to trust your writers sometimes.
The most unrealistic part of that, of course, is that the teachers would have been fired.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole point of a teachers' union.
They would have been put in a room or something.
Well, they would just keep getting paid for not doing
for not doing anything.
For not going back to the job. Oh, dude, there's a link here to this Oakley School Board. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got. If you haven't watched that video from February of the Oakley School Board that resigned, they were all mocking the parents over school reopenings. And they didn't realize that they were live on camera. We might have talked about this in there, I don't remember. They were like live online. You could watch the school. It was a public school board meeting, and they're like going, they just want their babysitters back. Freaking parents. And they're going back and forth.
Jeez.
And then at one point, one of the guys is like, this is live. And they're just like, they realize it. And then the other guy's like, no, it's not. And then they realize that they've been broadcasting this whole meeting. And the whole school board resigned.
Oh, because of that video, they resigned?
They all were forced to resign.
Wow.
Through that.
Dang.
Well, good job, teachers. And we know, hey, by the way, we always get hate mail when we joke about teachers. When we joke about teachers, we're joking about a very specific subset of teachers.
Yeah.
And usually it's more teachers' unions.
That's what makes me awkward about it, because I have a lot of friends that are teachers. My stepmother's a teacher.
I know there's people fighting the good fight.
Right. And then I was impressed, like, when I look at the comments, there's a ton of teachers commenting like, oh man, I'm a teacher and I completely agree with this video.
Right.
So you're like tapped into something I'm not tapped into it or something.
All right, let's do some hate mail.
I really miss Adam Ford.
So this is hate mail from Susan.
Not another Susan.
And she apparently was a Babylon Bee subscriber, but let it lapse, and she really is happy with her decision to let her subscription lapse. She says, I feared I'd regret letting my BB subscription lapse at the end of the year, but trying to listen to Kyle and Miss Borowski, Julie Borowski, who we had on the podcast this week, talk libertarianism reassured me I'd done the right thing. It's always good when you can have a conversation that's so bad. Someone's like, I am so glad that I stopped giving you money.
I appreciate you didn't work me into that too.
Yeah, it was just me and her, I guess. For a sight of such insightful, incisive wit, the Bee's political opinions, like its theology, are vapid and vain and not worth listening to for free.
Ooh.
Articles are funny, headlines funnier, but podcasts are obnoxious. Like bright 15-year-olds, promising but presently too full of themselves. Here's hoping for your maturity.
I like that we're bright 15-year-olds.
Yeah, at least we have a bright future ahead of us.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the compliment kind of in there.
I don't remember what we talked about that would have been that offensive.
I don't remember.
Capital?
I zone out when you guys start talking about libertarian stuff.
The attack on capital anarchy.
I don't know. I don't remember anything that would have been.
I just remember I talked about my scream juice idea.
Yeah.
Controversial?
I think, yeah, I mean, it was more about spanking and scream juice that...
Yeah, that's what somebody said, I think Frank said that's the most he's ever seen us push back on somebody in an interview.
Like, whoa, don't take...
Whoa, you're taking all spankings off the table?
You can attack our theology, you can attack our politics. Don't take away our spanking of our children.
I wonder if she tried scream juice yet. How old's her kid now? Does she have a kid now yet? Or it was on the way? I can't remember.
I think it was real young.
Oh, it was really young. That's right.
Because then that's what we were pushing back on her about.
Right.
That she's like, I'm not into spanking.
Yeah,
and
you're talking, you're not even there yet, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sorry, Susan. We'll try to be more mature. What are some things we can do to be more mature for Susan? Like,
sit up straight with your shoulders back. Pretty much just anything Jordan Peterson says, right?
Read some
like Russian literature.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And what's mature?
Slacks.
Matt, what's mature, Matt?
Wear slacks.
Wear slacks. Yeah. Press our shirts.
Do what is meaningful, not what is expedient.
Do what is meaningful, not what is expedient.
Okay. Would that change the tone of our podcast a lot?
Yeah, I like the idea that we would change for Susan and everybody else hates it because now we're too mature. Well, we'll try.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
All right, well, we're going to go to our subscriber lounge now. So thanks for joining us, freeloaders, but not thanks too much. Not too much thanks for you until you pay us money. And thanks.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks for commenting and liking and subscribing.
I'm saying thanks like I would say thanks to a Chipotle worker. Like I'm not.
It's not the same as saying thanks to, like you're the guy that led you to Christ as like a teen camp counselor or something.
Exactly. And you say thanks. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm saying thanks. Thanks for,
Thanks for the burrito.
But you'll get a true thank you in the subscriber lounge if you subscribe.
Heartfelt.
So here we go.
We're diving in.
Until next week, everybody.
Coming up next for Babylon Bee subscribers.
Woman perfectly willing to fight on the front lines as long as the guys will carry all her extra bags. Racist. Sexist. My ists mixed up. Another lady at our family Christian store came in and she was asking if her book had arrived that she had pre-ordered or something and it didn't show up yet. And she started screaming at us and she told us, you know what, there's a spirit of oppression over this place. And she goes, and you are not doing the Lord's work. You are doing Satan's work here. Because her book on, I think it was like a book on patience hadn't come in yet.
Enjoying this hard-hitting interview? Become a Babylon Bee subscriber to hear the rest of this conversation. Go to babylonbee.com/plans for full-length, ad-free podcasts. Kyle and Ethan would like to thank Seth Dillon for paying the bills, Adam Ford for creating their job, the other writers for tirelessly pitching headlines, the subscribers, and you, the listener. Until next time, this is Dave D'Andrea, the voice of the Babylon Bee.
But the village people, we need the original lineup. Most of them are dead, and we need them to sing the national anthem every morning for the health and safety of our children.